welcome and thanks for joining us for this live Q&A. Today we're diving into some of the deeper challenges men are silently facing, and more importantly, how to move through them with purpose and support. If you're new here, I'm Tony Taslimi, founder of Brolyo, an upcoming app and global movement focused on men's well-being. We're building the Men's Global Wellbeing Index that tracks men's well-being around the globe using real-world data on mental health, discrimination, and legal bias, and combining that with daily support, crisis tools, and a community that actually gets it. We're launching soon on Indiegogo, so if you believe in what we're building, I'd love for you to join our waiting list at brolyo.com. That's BROLYO.com. Now let's get into it. Today we are with a very special guest, Russ Hosmer, a fitness and life coach who's actively helping men, including myself. Hey Ross, how you doing today, man?
Hey Tony, thanks man. Thanks for having me here. It's an honor to be here on this great platform talking about a very important topic tonight.
It's very good to have you as well. Great. Can you talk about your work a little bit, Ross, and tell us how long you've been a life coach, please?
Sure. So again, my name is Russ Hosmer. The name of my business is Constant Progression. And the reason for that name is obvious, right? Because we're always in a constant progression motion. And my coaching does the same thing. It keeps everybody in a constant motion, right? Because a lot of times we all feel stuck. Like we're in this stuck and we're just stuck. We don't know how to get out of this thing. Well, constant progression, my coaching business is we get you unstuck. So I've been doing coaching on and off probably for 30 plus years. But I went full time on opening my own coaching practice in 2023. So we're coming up actually on 2 years now, full, which is exciting for me. It's a milestone. So, and I love what I do. And our coaching practice, we spend a majority of our time addressing men's mental health issues. So I'm a U.S. Marine Corps veteran, so I do have PTSD. I'm a PTSD survivor, so I have some pretty heavy mental health issues that I deal with. So I walk through the fire just like a lot of people do, and it's painful. And one of the reasons why I started this coaching business is so people don't have to experience that pain, because mental health is manageable, 100%, 100%. And we teach you how to manage those struggles and become a better person.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that intro. So let's go ahead and start with the big picture. Ross, what do you think is the most common silent struggles you see men facing today in 2025?
This is a great question, Tony. I'm really glad you asked this question because the term silent struggle is exactly what men struggle with. It's silent because we really don't understand it. And I think the most common silent struggle that we see are overwhelm, lack of clarity, and just the feeling of being stuck in old patterns. Like I mentioned before, you're just stuck.
Right.
And you don't know how to get unstuck. And many men are just silently struggling with with the pressure to excel at work, in maintaining their relationships, and just juggling their personal lives in general, right? All while keeping a facade of having it all together, right? I'm good, I'm running on all cylinders. So, but this internal pressure can lead to burnout, it can lead to emotional detachment, and again, a disconnection from their true goals and values. So through our coaching, our team at Constant Progression, we actually help men reframe that mindset. Mm-hmm. And we build those clear structured systems, which you'll hear a lot of that term structured, systems that address these struggles, allowing them to move forward with the purpose and clarity that they deserve and they need to have.
Thank you for that. Yeah, it's so important to be able to speak about your problems and have some kind of closing and be able to release those stresses that you're going through every single day, because men are just not used to talking about their stuff, and that's something that I really think we should be focusing on as men, to help other men be able to express themselves and get it out of their system.
100%.
Great. And when a man feels lost or overwhelmed, where does he even begin? Like, let's say he doesn't have any friends, is not dating anyone, doesn't have family, and essentially feels, lost, for a, lack of a better word. What's like step one in your opinion?
So I think the first step, Tony, in anything, in any kind of a situation, that is just having self-awareness. Being aware of yourself and what situation you're in, because a lot of times we can be in situations we're not even aware of the situation that we're in. Um, so I think recognizing that feeling of being lost or overwhelmed, that's a signal that something needs to change, and it's crucial, right? So from there, we begin with small, actionable steps, just to establish, just to establish control, right? It's like,
Right.
how do you eat a dinosaur? One bite at a time, right? So we would help clients identify their most pressing challenge and then break it down into manageable tasks. And that's kind of where we start. The step one, it could be something as simple as just committing to a consistent routine.
Right.
That and that consistent routine that you commit to needs to prioritize mental clarity and physical health. Those two things, right? Because they go hand in hand. And once that routine's in place, then we start to build from there, addressing your mindset shifts, and then we walk into long-term growth at that.
Gotcha. Thank you so
I
much
know
for that.
it sounds like a lot, but it's not a lot. It's small, actionable steps, right?
Right.
Because we
It's
can all see the mountain in front of us. We just got to take that first step.
absolutely, it's a process. Nothing really happens in one day. Totally agree with that. And
Absolutely.
and you're a coach, not a therapist, and that's an important point. Can you explain how is coaching different from therapy, especially for men who resist help or don't like labels?
So this is a good question, because there is a gap between therapy and coaching, right? There's just a real life gap there, and I think that's a very, very important that that gap needs to be bridged. And I think a coaching, especially within the framework of constant progression, our team is about moving forward with intention and just taking ownership of your transformation. So unlike therapy, right? So which often dives into past traumas and emotional healing, coaching is focused more on practical action and creating systems that drive results. So, and for men who resist labels, coaching provides the opportunity to engage in personal growth without the pressure of being quote unquote fixed, right? And
Right.
it's about becoming the best version of themselves, starting with clear goals and structured habits that will foster growth and success in their current life.
Gotcha. Thank you so much for that. And that's great. And men often hesitate to open up or even admit they're struggling. Um, why do you think that is, and how do you help break through that wall uh, for for the men or your clients?
No, this is again, Tony. These are great questions, and I think men often feel that admitting struggle is a sign of weakness or failure, right? Especially given societal expectations that men should be strong and self-reliant. And um, our coaching program, we break through that. And the way we do that is by creating a safe and empowering space for men to explore vulnerability. Okay, vulnerability for a man is scary, very frightening, right? Again, because societal expectations tell men not to be vulnerable. We just don't go there. So we we give that an empowering space for men to explore that, and then through open and honest dialogue, we focus on action oriented growth. So we help men see that acknowledging struggle is a crucial step in overcoming it, because you
Absolutely.
have to acknowledge it in order to be able to overcome it. And then by reframing your vulnerability as a tool for growth and strength, and not looking at it as a weakness, we make it easier for men to engage in these conversations without any fear of judgment.
Right. Yeah, you said something very, very powerful, like empowering men. We hear about empowering women all the time, which is fine and great. But like men also need to become empowered. They're not just naturally, given that empowerment as a child. Not all of them, at least, right? Some men grow up not having parents, or having gone through a lot of trauma, and they need that encouragement. That just even if it's just a small push, really helps, really just about anyone to get started and start making changes.
100%.
And so for someone who's never done this before, like never done coaching, what does a typical coaching session with you actually looks like? Could you just maybe give a few
Man.
examples?
Oh, yeah, man. Coaching with constant progression is a journey, right? Constant progression. We're always moving. We're always moving forward. It's a very positive, right? And it's an exciting place. It's a motivating place. It's very inspirational, very inspiring. So, um, our coaching program, we're structured, yet we're very flexible. So, and we're designed to provide actionable insights while we also allow space for personal reflection. Very, very important. You can't really coach through a program. So what happens is we meet our clients where they're at, right? And then, so all of our sessions we begin, and you know this, Tony, because you're a part of our program. The
Absolutely.
first thing we talk about is progress. What are you winning at? What are you doing good? What are you proud of? What did you do this week that you're proud of? We always start with the good. We don't ever talk about the bad because the bad doesn't matter. So automatically it shifts our conversation, right? That makes us different. And then we talk about challenges and goals, and that overlaps from the last session. And then, we dive into specific strategies to overcome obstacles. And we build like new mindset habits and some performing enhancing routines like workouts. If you need a new workout or if you need an improvement on your workout, we flip it up, changes. Um, so we're always offering practical, tailored steps that our clients can apply immediately, right?
Absolutely.
And then every one of our sessions concludes with a clear action plan. And that we do that to help keep our clients moving forward with clarity and the purpose that they need. And the focus is always on creating sustainable habits that align with long-term success. Key word there, Tony, sustainable.
No,
These
yeah.
are habits that are going to stay with you for the rest.
As a client myself, I can definitely say and vouch for you, and it's really been amazing. I don't know how long we've been doing coaching. I've been doing coaching with you. I think it's at least 6 months, and it's definitely had a
Yeah.
positive impact in my life. And also just to sneak another question in, do you offer any sort of like a one-time session just to try out and see if the clients actually match with you and your coaching at all, or how does that work?
Absolutely, yeah. I offer a no obligation. So, and that just helps you understand how my coaching programs can support, because everyone has unique goals, right? And my coaching program is not going to be for everybody, and that's okay, right? But we always do a no obligation session first to explore. It's kind of a discovery session.
Right,
Yeah,
discovery
absolutely.
session, right?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Awesome, great. And what's one's mindset, tool, or habit you wish every man could start using today? Like if there was one mindset that you could have one of your clients have at all times, what would that be?
That's a great question because mindset too. That's where I become a nerd, right? When it gets into mindset, because I'm like
Yeah,
what they call a neuro nerd. So I think the mindset that I encourage every man to adopt is structure, because structure creates freedom.
mm-hmm.
100%. And here at Constant Progression, we believe that clarity and intentionality lead to true freedom. And look, many men mistakenly believe that freedom means having no structure. But the truth is, the more structured we are in our daily lives, the more freedom we have to focus on what truly matters.
Is structure
And
synonymous
I always
with I guess discipline? Is that would you be able to say that, or?
understand. Yep. Structure and discipline, right? Um, so again, I recommend starting with a morning routine. My clients have a morning routine, and that sets the tone for the day. Whether you're journaling, you're working out, you're doing exercise, um, visualization, which is a big theme. Um, these small habits create ripple effects throughout the rest of the day, and that just allows for clearer decision making and more focused action.
Absolutely. Thank you for answering that. And for anyone who wants to go deeper, where can people contact you or book a free trial session? Do you have like a website or where can they find you?
Yeah, so they can find me. You can find me on LinkedIn, all social media platforms. You can find me. Um, and the best way to do it is probably just send me an email and ask for more information, and we can set up a call, or we can set up a discovery call, or whatnot. And my email is just constantprogressioncoaching@gmail.com. That's the easiest thing, the best way to get a hold of me there.
Awesome.
And
I'll
you can
also
find
put
me.
the link
My
down in
main
the
platform is
comments.
on Facebook. What's that, Tony?
I'm just saying, also put the your email in the comments as well, or in the text, so people can actually access that and contact you as well.
Cool. That'd be great. Thank you. Um, but yeah, so and Facebook's just under my name. It's going to be Russ Hosmer, um, and you can find me on Facebook. That's where most of my coaching information is on Facebook. I also have a really good YouTube channel as well, which is again under Constant Progression Coaching.
Wonderful. Yeah, we'll have everything put in the comments below, so anyone can actually access and find Ross, my personal coach. Um, so yeah, before we wrap up and get into Q&As, just a reminder that if you believe men need more support, real data, and real tools, we're building exactly that. We're building Brolyo. We're launching soon on Indiegogo, and signing up now means you'll get early access, launch alerts, and a chance to shape the movement with us. So please go to brolyo.com and sign up for early access. And if you need to talk to a coach, reach out to Ross. He's offering free trial coaching sessions to see if you're a fit. I'll also be putting Ross's info in the coaches directory channel if anyone wants to contact him. All right, so now we're open for Q&A. Nobody here yet, but I can ask you some questions myself. So I did have a question, Ross. If let's say you're trying to achieve something in your life. Let's say you have a big goal and you're going towards it, but let's say you just have no support whatsoever, but you're really passionate and you want to get there. How do you surround yourself with people that believe in you, or how do you find these people in order to help you and propel you forward to to reach your goals?
No, that's a good question, because that's a tough one, right? Because a lot of times we feel a lot of alone, and I can speak personally for me, because when I started my coaching business, I was all alone. The only person I had was my beautiful wife, and she was by my side all the time, but I didn't really have anybody else. But um, it's the self accountability is a big thing, and that's hard to do because that takes a lot of discipline. And again, we talk about structure. You have to have the structure and the discipline in order to hold yourself accountable. But you also have, if you're intentional about what you're doing and you have passion about what you're doing, you project this energy out. And I think the people that you said that you need to look for, Tony, I don't think you need to look for them, because I think they find you. That's what I found in my experience. Is that if you work hard enough and you work on something that you truly just are passionate and that you believe in, which is what I did, the people found me. It's uncanny. It's crazy, and it brings tears to your eyes, because it's just the way the universe works. And I think the positive energy that you exert out, you're just going to get all that positive energy back. But goals is a big thing, because you have to have goals. You can't keep your goals in your head, because if you keep your goals in your head, they just become a wish. You have to write. You have to write your goals down. And then you have to use the acronym SMART, right? You got to get real intentional with your goals, as intimate and textured as you possibly can, because that's your map. That's your personal vision map, and that's going to get you to where you need to go, right? So, Tony, if you're going to go on a trip somewhere, if you're going to drive somewhere on a trip, would you look at a map to know where you're going?
Absolutely.
It's the same thing with your life. This is your map for your life. This is your personal vision map, right? And then, because you can't hit what you can't see.
Right. It's so
Very
true.
important. You have to go.
It's so
Yeah.
true, and I do write my goals. I actually have yearly goals, quarterly, and daily goals. But I've noticed, like with the yearly goals, I tend to sort of forget about them. Like I look at them every now and then, but it has to be a tab open for me to look at it, more often. Otherwise, I'll probably stumble upon it maybe once a month. The quarterly goals the same, but the daily goals are the ones that I usually review every single day. So I don't know if maybe I should just have a notification on my laptop or on my phone to actually help me remind me to.
Again, that's going to be self accountability, right? Because your goals, you have to have an actionable plan on your goals, whatever that may be. So when you have your goals, you would review them weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, every other month, once a quarter, twice a year, whatever, right? You devise that plan. You devise the actionable steps on your plan, right? So, and what you do is, again, you get into the self accountability. I look at my goal, so I'm putting in my calendar. This is a professional meeting. So it can be a 15-minute meeting, it can be a 30-minute meeting. I have it on my calendar. So if I put
Right.
on my calendar, August 17th at 9:30, I'm going to review my goals. Boom, that's a meeting.
Right. Yeah, you
You hold
can't.
yourself you hold yourself accountable because you're your business. You are your brand, and that's how you do that. Now your daily goals, very very, because those are your what we call micro, and those are the little steps that you take in order to accomplish your bigger goals,
Right. Right.
right? And when you write your goals at the beginning of the year, it's a living document because it grows with you as the year. So a lot of things are going to change. A lot of things are going to shift and pivot. And that's why it's essential that you have to have an actionable plan to really review your goals.
Absolutely. So yeah, I think that's what I'll probably do. I'll have some notifications come in. And how often do you think it's good to look at the yearly goals? Because sometimes people get busy and they don't have time to look at it every single day. But at a minimum, like how often would you say it's better to review them?
I would do it monthly.
Monthly? Okay.
I would just, yep, I would review them monthly because I think when you're doing the small initial daily goals like you do, is that you have your daily goals, those are your little steps. And I think every month, because you're taking those steps and you're very intentional about making those steps, your goals are going to change, you're going to pivot a little bit every month, where you have to have the outcome. And so you're going to want to review those at least every month
Right.
so you can hit your goal.
Gotcha.
And if you're writing them down and you're reviewing them constantly, and it's just you're just very more intentional to accomplish those goals.
Gotcha. Thank you for that. I'll definitely be putting that in my notes.
Yeah, and we
Great.
teach that right at Constant Progression with goals. I mean, we have a very intense goal setting
Mm-hmm.
worksheet that we do with our clients, which is really really cool.
Right. Yeah, I remember. I did that with you as well when I started, and it's been very helpful. It helped me do things a lot more easier and keep me grounded essentially. So,
Sure. Yeah.
um, all right. Well, thanks again, Ross, for being here as always. Very very helpful. And thanks again to everyone who joined today. Please share Brolyo with someone who might need it. We'll see you inside Brolyo. Thanks again for coming. Stay strong, stay connected, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, Ross.
Great. Thanks, Tony. Thanks for having me. It's an honor to be here. I think what you're doing is great.
Thank you, and I appreciate your support, and I appreciate having you alongside me through this journey. Thanks again.
100% my honor.